Go back to 10th grade mathematics when you first learned things like algebra and run the fucking numbers. If it's less than $2 million by the end of 2020, then mathematics itself is a flawed discipline.
Shakalaka, what is going on, everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's episode, we are going to be talking about McAfee's new Bitcoin price prediction of $2 million by the end of 2020. Yes, you heard me right. That's $2 million per Bitcoin in a year and 2 months. Absolutely outrageous, but could be possible. So we're going to take a look at that. We're also going to take a look at 5 reasons why his $2 million Bitcoin price prediction may not be so crazy. We're going to take a look at where Bitcoin is in terms of that $1 million prediction and now a $2 million prediction. We're also going to take a look at the countdown until the dickening and take a look to see, is it actually possible to reach the $1 million to $2 million mark by the end of 2020? And furthermore, we'll take a look at why McAfee may end up eating a penis cake instead of his own penis. So, if you want to watch all of that stuff, make sure you check out today's episode. Alright guys, so this happened. This video was released 4 days ago. It was from the Malta Blockchain Summit, and McAfee was interviewed there where he said that in fact Bitcoin will be $2 million, not just $1 million. And previously, at first it was $500,000. Then it jumped up to $1 million by the end of 2020. Now $2 million by the end of 2020, or else he's going to eat his own penis. Now, is he actually sincere in this $2 million thing? Or if you watch this video, was this just a ploy to promote his McAfeeDex? Well, we will take a look at that thanks to an article by Bitcoinist. So Bitcoin is here, takes a look at 5 reasons why his $2 million Bitcoin prediction may not be so crazy. So we will go down through these. First one, Bitcoin's scarcity will lead to a price surge. So we all know there's only 21 million Bitcoin. There's no other things that we really know of that has a fixed supply like that other than toys for Christmas where people go nuts like Beanie Babies. They pay outrageous prices, or Black Friday when they're trying to get these TVs, they go absolutely nuts for them. So because of that, people could go crazy. Now, Bitcoin has a supply of 21 million. And on this article here, it says 7 million have already been lost forever. That's the highest estimate of number of Bitcoin lost forever I've ever heard. That means there's really only 14 million Bitcoin total. That's crazy. Okay, I've never heard a number that high. I've heard like 3 million, 4 million, something like that. But 7 million have been lost forever. Wow. So that means, well, there's over 30 million millionaires. So that means that each millionaire could only own half of a Bitcoin. So that would make the price of Bitcoin $2 million. And McAfee says, go back to 10th grade math, do some basic algebra. We have 2x equals a million, or no, something like that. X equals a million over, yeah, whatever. So $2 million per Bitcoin. That's possible, definitely. Second, 2 trillion plus institutional investment dollars. So it turns out that even though Bakkt was a flop so far, according to the Federal Bank of St. Louis, there's $2.14 trillion parked in institutional money funds right now just looking to find a home. Potentially the realest hard money that's ever existed. More real than gold. Bitcoin, because there's a limited supply. Guess what? More gold gets mined every year. That means the supply of gold is actually inflationary. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is deflationary. We have a big event coming up in a little while to remind us how deflationary it is. So maybe they'll want to park their money there. In what event? Well, the Bitcoin halvening in May 2020. That's a big thing. Guess what? From the year before the halvening to the year after the halvening, Bitcoin price goes up quite a significant amount. I've made a video about that already. You could check it out. But even more than that, governments holding Bitcoin in central bank reserves, starting with Venezuela. Now, this may not have just happened yet, but it's possible. As Anthony Pompliano talks here, reports are surfacing that Venezuela is considering holding Bitcoin and Ethereum in their central bank reserves while also using it to pay organizations. Now, they're not the only one. There were reports of Russia buying up large amounts of Bitcoin. And what government wouldn't want to do it? The hardest hard money ever, better than gold, and you can own it. You can buy it now at a significant discount. Yeah, why the heck not? That's another great reason. And fifth, global recession in 2020. I mean, this is something since 2008. It's been kicked down the road. Everybody knows it's coming. It's coming soon, 2020, 2021. All of those 5 things could potentially impact the price of Bitcoin, adding up to $2 million. But if we take a look, I mean, he's pretty damn far off of $1 million right now, not $2 million. So how is it ever going to get up to $2 million? So if we take a look, he's only got 436 days, 13 hours, and 35 minutes. And guess what? That means that Bitcoin will need to grow an average of $2,274 per day between now and the dickening. Damn! Like right now, Bitcoin's $8,000. That means over a quarter of what it is per day until the end of 2020, so he doesn't have to use his own dick. Now, is it possible? Well, actually, yes. According to Fractals, it certainly is possible. If we take a look at the growth here and we extrapolate that out, guess what? That could put us into $1 to $2 million price range. That was the first bull market after that happening. Then we have the next bull market after it happening. Okay, if we extrapolate this one, you can see, yes, that also would put us in the range for $1 million. So it's definitely possible. Now, one thing that I will say, aside from having McAfee dickening parties, is that how many bets has he ever lost? He's never lost a bet. And he used to do yoga, so it could be possible to eat his own dick. But here's a thing where it's curious, because a couple weeks ago, you guys remember, Hoskinson was supposed to eat a shoe. And if you guys don't know why, just listen to this.
Of you not in the know, the shoe is connected to the shipping of Shelley. And I made a statement repeatedly that should Shelley not ship this year, I would eat my shoe. Now, many of you know that I'm a fan of cowboy boots. These are Lucchese's right here. That's my girls. And if I was to eat my shoe, that would be one hell of a meal, wouldn't it? Well, anyway.
And then he goes on further to say,
and for those of you who think I need to eat a shoe, I will eat a shoe cake. That's the closest possible compromise I can come, because we did, in my view, ship Shelley, but I understand semantically speaking, because it's not quite on the main net, that's maybe not shipping.
Yeah, that's a crock of bullshit, Hoskinson. Well, turns out McAfee may follow suit and decide to eat a penis cake, or maybe outsource his penis eating. As he posted here December 8th of 2018. If the worst comes and I lose my Bitcoin bet, keep in mind I promised to eat my dick, the cutting it off first was added by the media, I will probably subcontract the task to a relay team of Bangkok prostitutes with instructions to carry out the task slowly, finishing as I exit. And Alexandra Rosati said, you said you will do it, not prostitutes. And McAfee says the law in every state is similar. Debts owed, whether in tangible assets or in service, may be legally fulfilled by agents acting on behalf of the principal. So, first we have Hoskinson, who said he would ship Shelley and didn't, backing out of eating his shoe. Not only not eating his shoe, but also eating a cake. So rewarding himself for not shipping Shelley. That's bullshit. And then we have McAfee. I mean, gosh, what's better than eating your own dick, having a couple pros eat it for you? Seriously. So, we have a big problem here with these guys who make bold claims, who then don't deliver on those bold claims and then reward themselves for it. That's freaking bullshit. But to answer the original question, $2 million Bitcoin by the end of 2020, is it possible? Certainly is possible. We're far ways off, definitely are. But based on these fractals, certainly is possible. So it could happen. Bitcoin would have to go up over $2,000 a day, but because of these reasons here, particularly the scarcity, scarcity leads to some crazy stuff by people. Scarcity, a lot of institutional investment dollars, the Bitcoin halving, also banks holding it, and global recession, all those things could lead to a $2 million Bitcoin by 2020. So, Hope you enjoyed that episode. Hope you got something from it. If he does not get the $2 million, better make sure he eats his own dick. Seriously. And also, better make sure Hoskinson eats his damn leather boot. Boil the thing and freaking eat it like a real man. All right, so thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.